いよいよ開幕したストーブリーグ、日本人選手の動向に早くも注目が集まっています。今回は村上宗隆選手の動向について、具体的な2チームを挙げて詳細な分析を実施。また、番組中盤ではサイヤング賞について、後半では大谷選手やドジャースについても触れています。現地でのリアルな評価をご覧ください。現地放送を翻訳してお届けいたします。
Welcome into MLB Tonight. Sierra Santos alongside Dan Plesac. It's Friday, Dan.
Yeah.
What are your big plans for the weekend other than this amazing hour of television?
Well, you know what? We're going to have a great hour TV. The hot stove season has officially begun. Managerial hirings, player changes, qualifying offers. Let the fun begin.
Okay, so you don't want to talk about your personal life.
I have nothing going on. I'm going to play golf if
Me
the
either.
weather permits.
I had a feeling that golf was somewhere in the
plans.
plans.
Yeah, that's somewhere in the plans.
Yeah, of course. Well, let's get into it because Japanese stars were front and center during the World Series, and another big name could be coming to the majors. Munetaka Murakami will be posted by the Tokyo Yakult Swallows. The 25-year-old infielder is one of the top targets on the free agent market, and Dan, he's known for his power at the plate, but the swing and miss stuff, it might raise some eyebrows.
It will. You know, he reminds me a lot of Hideki Matsui when he came over with the Yankees, a guy that really was a preeminent home run hitter in Japan. Hits the ball all the ballpark, but it plays in today's game. The only negative, there's quite a bit of swing and miss in his game, but there's no question that he has power, and that's what everyone's looking for, Sarah. Guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark.
But for a guy who's already played on a major stage, a worldwide stage like the WBC, doesn't that say something about what he's able to do at the Major League level?
It does. And I think what you saw over the last couple of seasons in Major League Baseball, so many Japanese players have come over and done well that it is almost a foregone conclusion that the comparable baseball that they play in Japan, it translates here to the United States. So teams aren't as reluctant to jump in and sign guys.
Not just the WBC, but the World Series as well. Well, negotiations will be open for all 30 clubs starting at 8 a.m. Eastern on Saturday, and Murakami will have until December 22nd to come to terms with a big league team. So who is going to be a good fit for the slugger? For that, we welcome in our expert on all things international, JP Morosi. JP, take it away.
Yes. Well, Sierra, good evening to you and Dan. I've been waiting for this news, as you can imagine, for a couple years now. Of course, it was the year of Aaron Judge and the home run chase here in the States that Murakami became the single-season home run leader in NPB among all Japanese-born players in the history of the league. Of course, he passed the great Sadaharu Oh. And a couple teams I'll mention right away. The Seattle Mariners and the New York Mets. The Mariners, of course, coming off of that ALCS appearance. They were a base hit away at multiple points, Sierra, from playing in the World Series for the first time in their franchise history. Of course, a long lineage of Japanese superstars in Seattle, including Ichiro Suzuki and Kaz Sasaki, going back a couple decades. These numbers, I believe, would play in Seattle when you think about their roster, Sierra. Josh Naylor, free agent. Eugenio Suarez, free agent. Jorge Polanco, free agent. They have some work to do on the infield especially. And the New York Mets, David Stearns, notably, after the trade deadline, Sierra, he made a scouting trip to Japan where he saw, yes, the Tokyo Yakult Swallows play. Their third baseman, Munetaka Murakami. So an in-person look by David Stearns at the potential superstar in Major League Baseball. The belief, Sierra, is that of the two major power hitters coming over from Japan this winter, Murakami will likely sign for the bigger deal in comparison to Kazuma Okamoto. Okamoto is older, not quite the same power profile, but I like the comp that Dan had. Murakami is that true lefty slugger. The power that he's had, that he's shown in NPB, I do believe as well. It's going to translate well to Major League Baseball.
And where do you see him playing? Third or first?
Yeah, that's a huge question right now, Sierra. I think there are teams that like him at third. I think first base might be the safer play, but there's a belief that he could handle either. You might start him at first, depending on just that comfort level. It's maybe less demanding position at the major league game in terms of the speed of what you have to handle there. So I do think that he might struggle a bit relative to what Okamoto can do defensively. Okamoto, the better pure infielder to play third base, but there are those that believe that that Murakami can handle third base. And I think that scouting assessment, Sierra, if you're a team that believes he can handle third base every day, your overall valuation of what his power profile is going to be in the financial component of things will be higher than if you believe he's a DH first baseman.
The best pitcher in the world is Paul Skenes. 23-year-old greatness.
Got him, tied him up, and a little smile.
What this guy is doing is pretty amazing.
This guy can pitch.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Swing and a miss, he's unbelievable.
Mr. Paul Skenes walked into Hollywood, and he let him know.
Swing and a miss. Skenes with his 10th strikeout.
Take the ceiling that we had for him. He set it on fire and blew through it.
This guy's a complete pitcher.
There's nothing else to say. He's different. He's been different since he burst on the scene.
The Cy Young finalists were announced on Monday in the National League. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Paul Skenes, and Christopher Sanchez are the guys. And Skenes took home Rookie of the Year honors and finished third for the Cy Young last year. And Dan, he could become just the third pitcher ever to win Rookie of the Year and the Cy Young in his first two seasons.
Yeah, Sierra, it's hard to live up to the hype that was brought around this guy when he came out of college at LSU. The most polished college pitcher that I can recall since Steven Strasburg and going way back Tom Seaver. And he's lived up to all those expectations. He's everything you're looking for in a starting pitcher. He has multiple pitches. He's big. He's strong. He showed this year he takes the ball every 5 days. And if he continues to get better, it's scary to think of how good this guy could be. Forget about, the old school days. Look at the one-loss records. The Pirates had a miserable time scoring runs all season long. With the exception of a couple of starts, he goes into the 5th, 6th, 7th inning. He can strike people out. Look at the 216 strikeouts, 42 walks. Look at that whip. I mean, it's incredible what he's been able to do. And when you're playing in a market like Pittsburgh, he's one of the few guys in baseball today that when he goes to pitch on the road, he attracts fans to go watch him pitch because he's that good.
He doesn't get buried in Pittsburgh.
No, he doesn't get buried in Pittsburgh. I just hope that the Pirates can start to put a competitive team out there offensively because they have the makings of having a strong pitching staff with him leading it. And I hope that that time comes sooner than later because free agency is looming for Paul Skenes.
Well, let's move over to the American League. The finalists for the Cy Young Award are... Should I do a dramatic pause?
Like do the dramatic pause.
Okay, the finalists for the Cy Young Award are Hunter Brown, Garrett Crochet, and Tarek Skubal. The race between Crochet and Skubal, it was getting tight, Dan. When we were in the middle of the season, that was a big topic throughout all of our shows, all of our programming. But Dan, I want you to make your argument for the Red Sox ace. What stands out about his arsenal?
Garrett Crochet. I was one that was like last year, you go back in the trade deadline of 2024. He was the buzz at the trade deadline. Made demands that he wanted to be a starting pitcher. He didn't want to go to a team as a rental, come out of the bullpen. And I was concerned because if you're going to pay him that kind of money like the Red Sox did, is he going to be a guy that's a true ace? And he is, Sierra. He has 4 pitches. He has a changeup that's vastly improved. He has a tremendous cutter. And the thing that impresses me the most, he throws from a very unique arm angle, kind of a low, kind of slinging delivery. Great depth on the slider, great depth on the sweeper. The changeup is there, but this fastball, it just has ride and carry. And normally with lefties, they're going to struggle at times against righties. He eats right-handers up, and he's a very uncomfortable at bat for lefties because he has so many weapons. He proved one thing this year. He's a true ace, and there are probably, I would say, 10 true aces in the game of baseball, and he's definitely in the top 5. I was skeptical because I wasn't sure would he be able to be that log those kind of innings that you're looking for an ace. You look at the progression from 2020 to 2025. 205 in the 3rd innings pitched. How about 255 strikeouts in those 205 innings? Topped it off, he was brilliant in his postseason start against the Yankees. Didn't walk any, struck out 11. He put the icing on a cake that is, he is a ace, true ace pitcher. He's one of the best in the game.
Okay, so top 5. You have Garrett Crochet as one of them, and Tarek Skubal as the other.
Paul Skenes.
So Skubal, though, is going to edge out Crochet?
Yeah, I would think so. And, you know, there was a little pocket there late August, early September where Skubal had that issue with his side, that he had a couple for him clunkers. If he doesn't go out and pitch 7 innings and strike out 10 or 11 guys, you're wondering what's wrong with Skubal. He proved, and then you go to the postseason when the Tigers needed him the most, he stepped up. He's the best pitcher in the game right now. I mean, you could go 1 and 1A between he and Paul Skenes, but this guy's incredible. He's another guy. 241 strikeouts and only 33 walks. It's hard to throw 98 to 100 miles an hour and only walk 33 guys in 195 in the 3rd innings. That's like command specialist kind of command that he has. These two guys, and this game is blessed right now with some great left-handed stars. Christopher Sanchez, Jesus Luzardo. There are some great left-handed starting pitchers in the game right now.
Okay, so we have 3 of your top 5. Okay, between Skubal, Skenes, Crochet. If you had one game and you had to put one guy out there on the mound for all the marbles, who are you going with?
Wow, are you putting me on the spot? I would probably go with Skubal because I think if you look at the track record, what he's done the last 2 years, it wasn't just one first half or a good second half. He's the kind of guy that puts 2 good halves together. And in the postseason, when you need him the most, he stepped up in that series against the Guardians, and there was no margin for error. Those games were nip and tuck. Right now, if you said you had to pick one guy, I would say by the slimmest of margins, Skubal.
The wild thing is, Skubal won it last year. He had even better numbers when it came to strikeouts and innings. He could be the first back-to-back Cy Young winner in the AL in 25 years since Pedro Martinez did it. Well, we're going to find out on Wednesday who is taking home the honors. It is award season, though, Monday through Thursday. The Rookies of the Year are going to be announced on Monday. Tuesday, we'll find out the Managers of the Year. Wednesday is the Cy Young, and MVPs will be crowned on Thursday, right before the MLB Awards show from Vegas. You got your suit picked out?
I do. Actually, listen, I'm not like one of those guys that like plans something out 3 or 4 days in advance. I have something in my closet here at MLB that's going to have to travel with me. I'm not going to dress.
What if it has moth holes in it?
Well, if it does, that's the way I'm going to do. Just make sure that they're arranged in the right way so the pattern looks good.
No, I believe in you. I believe in you. So you thinking black? You're going to go
Probably.
Black?
I'll go something black or navy, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, distinguished look.
All right. Well, I just wanted to get a little bit of a preview.
Yeah.
And I did think of an award that you're going to win.
What am I going to win?
Best selfie.
Oh, yeah. My selfie game is strong. My daughter, Natalie, says I'm the strangest man alive, but strong selfie game.
Strongest selfie game. All right.
Some depth to this one. Jacob Young. He had it. And then he dropped it. He got it on the fly. Grabbed it out of the air with his glove. Unbelievable.
5 no-hit innings on the mound. Skyscraping home run. There's nobody like him. Number 60! A catcher has hit 60 home runs. Your MVP moment, Cal Raleigh. Oh, Tony has done it again. His 3rd home run. The stuff of legend.
Tonight he has done things that, well, you only dream about.
Swing and a drive, deep to left. He's done it 4 times.
What a magical night for the Big Amish.
All right, let's check out the nominees for the Legendary Moment Award presented by Budweiser. So I have good and bad news. The Brewers are featured on this list.
Okay, but they're on the receiving end of Ohtani.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I knew there was a caveat coming. You had that look in your eyes, Sierra.
Okay, but let's go through some of them. And you said that you're not sure that this first one's going to win, but it's one of your favorites, and it's Jacob Young's circus catch against the Mets.
This is an absolutely amazing catch. I mean, he has to go a long way for this ball. Gets turned around, deflects off of his body, has the presence of mind, almost like playing hacky sack, kicks it up in the air, and catches it with the glove. Tremendous play.
Did you play a little hacky sack?
I did not. I did a little, but I wasn't very good at it. So if I'm not good at something like that, I usually walked away from the hacky sack.
That's why I don't gamble, Dan.
Okay.
Okay, so Shohei Ohtani. For this one, it's actually not his NLCS game against the Brewers. It's something else that he did. the 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, to think about what this guy has done in a couple of seasons, putting on a Dodgers uniform, it's really spectacular. I mean, the list could go on and on of all the great things that he's done. And I think until the season's over and you look back at it and you realize how hard it is to be a good pitcher, and then how hard it is to be a good position player. He marries the two together, and we've seen nothing like him. There's so many superlatives. I don't even know the right thing to call him, but he's like nothing we've ever seen.
Well, something like nothing we've ever seen is Cal Raleigh.
60.
60th, his 60th home run was against the Rockies on September 24th, 2025. He became the 7th player in Major League Baseball history to hit 60 or more home runs in a season. He also tallied the most home runs ever hit by a catcher in a season.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting, the AL MVP vote, because it's going to be between Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh. It seems like most of the weight is going with Aaron Judge. I thought if Cal Raleigh had any chance of winning the award, he had to get to 60. It's like at the end of the year as a pitcher. What was your ERA? 3.03. But if you say 2.99, how many home runs did you hit? 59. Ooh, that's a lot. How many did you hit? 60. You hit 60? The number just kind of sticks out.
Okay, this is the one against the Brewers. It's Shohei Ohtani.
Do I have to watch?
Yeah, you do. It's NLCS Game 4 against the Brewers. It's possibly... You know what? I'm tired of saying possibly.
It's the greatest game ever.
It's the greatest single game performance.
I mean, dominated on the mound, and the home run that he hit on top of the roof in right center field. Until, if you've ever been to Dodger Stadium, the next time, if you do go, if you're out there on the West Coast, just take a look at that pavilion in right center field and think that a human being hit a ball over that pavilion. It's unfathomable.
All will striking out. Brewers.
Yeah, and he just did it both ways. Dual threat.
All right, let's stick on the West Coast, why don't we? And we're going to talk about Nick Kurtz, his 4-home run game against the Astros. He tied the Major League record with 19 total bases in a single game in Houston, going a perfect 6 for 6 with 4 home runs, 8 RBI in the A's 15-3 win against the Astros.
Yeah, this guy is a rare combination. He's not only a home run hitter, but he's a good hitter in general. He took the AL by storm. And listen, he came with a huge reputation coming out of Wake Forest. He was the best college bat that was available in the draft. He could hit for power. He could hit for average. Has power to left field, has power to right field. He's just a tremendous looking player.
Who gets your vote?
Probably the Ohtani.
It has to be.
He hit the ball over the roof and then pitched innings.
It has to be.
Yeah, it's Ohtani.
Well, you can help determine the 2025 MLB Legendary Moment Award presented by Budweiser. The vote features 5 of the year's best plays and performances. Vote now at MLB.com/legendary moments to decide which 2025 moment officially becomes a legend. Well, Dan, what do you do after you win the World Series? What's the next move?
You do a lot of things.
You go to Disneyland, right?
Yeah, I guess if you
got kids.
Yeah, you do the parade, you go on some TV shows, do the late night talk show circuit. Like, listen, you're the hot item.
Yeah, absolutely. And they were on Jimmy Kimmel, which I guess got parlayed into Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Would you want to be front and center for Dancing with the Stars?
That's not my particular thing. Dave Roberts seemed like he really loved it. I'm gonna tell you what, he was all in.
Can we? Oh, look at Dave.
Look at Dave. He's like, man, I'm soaking this.
Jazzed.
Blake Snell's like, okay, all right, okay. That's the golf clap from Blake Snell. You get the obligatory
Even
wave.
Will.
Yeah.
Even Will is like,
Yeah.
Glasnow's like, okay.
Yeah, that was rock and roll night too there on Dancing with the Stars. So, well.
Oh, so you watch?
Yeah, no, I heard. I heard.
Okay, maybe you just heard through the grapevine.
Yeah, I heard.
Of course. Well, Blake Snell, he did get to do something that he actually does enjoy. He went to the Kings game. Check it out. Now, I think that's a happy man right there. He's doing a little pump-up speech. Ooh, you see that?
Yeah, he's getting to call out the starting lineup. I tell you, look at him. He's fired up, man. Banging on that drum for the Kings.
Look at that
He's
smile.
all fired up. Look at that's one of the perks when you win the whole thing. Had a terrific postseason. I tell you what, the Dodgers accumulated a lot of talent, but you have to give them a lot of credit. That was one of the best World Series I can recall. I think it's the best in the MLB Network era since 2009. So many twists and turns. And the Dodgers starting pitching that spent a lot of time on the IL. We all heard that, hey, they were going to get ready, laid late August, early September, they were going to make a big run. Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, Yamamoto, starting pitchers. They came out of the bullpen. And one thing we learned about the Dodgers, you better put them to sleep and put them to sleep and tuck them in, because if there's some life, they find it.
What impressed you the most outside of Snell banging on the drum? What was your favorite postseason moment from him?
I think just seeing the parade, because you know what? Listen, it's hard to repeat, to go back-to-back years. And the city of Los Angeles, they've wrapped their arms around this team, and it looks like they're at the beginning of what is a dynasty.
They're gunning for a three-peat.
Yeah, they're gunning for a three-peat, and they're probably the odds-on favorite to win it all.
Really?
Again, yes. Oh, yes. I mean,
I haven't looked at the numbers, but we can check when we go to Vegas on Tuesday.
I would assume with everybody healthy at the beginning of the year, with Yamamoto and Snell and Glasnow in that starting rotation, things are looking good for the Dodgers.
All right, so we need to go find your suit.
Find my suit.
Have you packed?
I have packed.
We leave on Tuesday, Dan.
I'm like a couple days ahead of schedule.
No, I don't even know what I'm wearing.
Oh, I'm only packing for 3 days. Guys can pack in 10 minutes.
Award season is next.
Yeah.
いかがでしたでしょうか。 FA 市場はまだ嵐の前の静けさ、これからどんどん白熱していくと思います。当チャンネルでは日本人選手情報を中心に現地最新情報をリアルタイムにお届けしていきます。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。